DC Fitness Squad, what is going on? Hope you're all doing well and amazing today. Happy Friday. Hope we're all having the best day of our lives. All right. If you're tuning in right now, hashtag I'm here. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. I just want to know who's tuning in. I want to know who's getting value. I want to know who is showing up for themselves. All right. So today I'm going to be open, honest, vulnerable. I'm going to really share my story about how I used to binge eat. And I don't talk about this a lot, but I just want to be open because I know there's some individuals out there that are struggling, may have struggled with this in the past and may struggle with it in the future, right? So I definitely want to help you out, give you some value, and I'm going to get into my story. All right. Brandon, let's go. Thomas, we got two Thomases. I love it. What is going on, everybody? And let me see here. What is going on? What is up? I love it. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. It means a lot. And definitely stay the whole time because I'm going to be giving some value after talking about my story. And I'm going to teach you like why I really was binge eating. So appreciate you so much for tuning in. All right. Good to see all your names. And I'm going to start this podcast. I'm going to start the countdown and we'll just go from there. All right. Appreciate you. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Men's Fat Loss Made Easy podcast, where I'm here to give you massive value that you could implement on your fat loss journey. Today, we're going to be talking about this is why I used to binge eat. All right. And I wanted to just come on here and be open and be honest and talk about why the main reason, the main source of why I was binge eating. And it's extremely frustrating, right? And as you know, if you've been through it before, it can get frustrating, whether you're struggling with it or even if you just have the thoughts about it, because it really does all start up here. And I'm going to kind of talk about how it was really transitioning over into my life. And for me, it was definitely frustrating. And the thing with me, it was like I was so restrictive on myself. And nighttime would come around and like I would just go all in. And I would literally eat until I couldn't stop, until I couldn't eat anymore. Literally, I couldn't fit any food down my freaking throat. And it was a bad habit. And I had a really bad mindset with it too. And the biggest thing is I didn't have a good relationship with food. And I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of people. I had a really poor relationship with food. And I remember one specific night, it was nighttime, just looking back at my day, I had around like 7,000 calories. And I was literally in a food coma. I was like this, and I never felt more disgusted at that time. I felt gross, stomach ache. And even at that time where I felt full and I felt good, I would keep eating. It was really a poor mindset with food. And I remember sitting there on the couch, 7,000 calories later, literally 10 pounds later. And somehow I lugged my ass off that couch and I went to bed and I literally passed out on the spot because I was literally in a coma. And I remember waking up with the biggest stomach ache I ever had. And I told myself, I woke up looking at the ceiling. I'm like, I will never do this again. I'll never do this again. Do I overeat sometimes and enjoy myself? Of course. But that was just like a different level. And I told myself, like, what was the point of that? I'll never do that again. And I told myself I was in my own head, and I really, really was. And I wanted to share with you why I really struggled with binging, because there was a specific reason. And if you struggle with binging or you struggled with binging in the past, you can probably relate to this. Why I struggled with binging is because I had no sustainability. All right. Why I struggled with binging is because I had no sustainability. When I think about binging, those are the times I was on keto, I was cutting carbs, I was hating my diet. And then 8:30 p.m. would roll around and I would think to myself, Danny, you did really well today. You cut your carbs, you didn't have a lot. I'm just going to have, one snack. And that one snack turned into freaking 6,000 calories. You know what I'm talking about if you've been there. All right. So what I had to do was focus on sustainability in my diet plan. And I did this by using macronutrient goals. And this is what I teach my clients today. So there are 3 macronutrients. Let's get into a little lesson right now. Just very easy. 3 macronutrients. It's protein, carbs, and fats. All right. So what I'll do for my clients is I'll give them specific calorie, protein, carb, and fat goals that are tailored to them lose weight and build muscle. And the best part is you can fill in these macronutrient goals with whatever foods you want, whatever foods you like, as long as you're meeting your macros. So my clients still have burgers, pizza, ice cream, they enjoy vacations, they enjoy holidays, because as long as it fits in their macros, they're still fair game 100%. And yes, obviously they fit in their healthier meals that I provide for them as well, but they have that flexibility. All right. My coach also has macronutrient goals for me as well because it gives me flexibility. It's so important. All right. And honestly, I want to talk about a client, Brian, really quick. Brian was on the podcast yesterday. Brian, if you're watching right now, I can't really see all the names right now. I appreciate you so much if you're tuning in. But if you're watching right now, I appreciate you. I want to talk about you for a second. Brian lost 10% body fat in the program. He gained lean muscle, and this man has ice cream every single day. He has ice cream every single day. It's a healthier ice cream. It's called Halo Top, and it's really tasty. I have it myself, but he still has it every single day, and he fits it within his macronutrient goals for the day, and he's still right on target. And he doesn't binge anymore, and he's getting great results, and he's falling in love with the process because he has sustainability. All right, so for me, why I was binging is because I was way too restrictive. I was cutting out certain food groups. I was cutting out my favorite foods. And we all want what we can't have. Really think about that. We all want what we can't have. So if you are restricting yourself from pizza, burgers, whatever throughout the whole week, when you go out Saturday, Sunday, whatever, to a bar, or you go out with the guys and they're all getting burgers, you're going to want it so bad because in your mind, you can't have it. Your mind is telling you, oh no, that's bad for you. You can't have that. But that's not the truth. And we all want what we can't have. So honestly, I want to talk about a client, Mark, really quick. I remember Mark loved pizza. All right. He loved his pizza. It was his favorite thing. He would have it like all the time. When he would go out with his colleagues on the weekends, they would always have pizza. It was just like a ritual. And I was like, listen, let's do this, Mark. Let's actually have a healthy pizza recipe I made for him. Let's do this every Wednesday. All right. So we had pizza every single Wednesday. So when he went out with the guys Friday and Saturday, he's like, I don't want the pizza. I just had one 2 days ago. All right. Because we all want what we can't have. So if I didn't give him that healthy pizza recipe Wednesday, then he would be like, oh my God, I want that pizza so bad Friday and Saturday because he didn't have it yet. And in his mind, he'd be like, oh, you can't have that, Mark. And that's why he would want it even more. Does that make sense? Like, think about when you're a little kid and your parent or guardian's like, nope, you can't have that. You can't have that, little Billy. And you start crying. You're like, give it to me. Same fucking shit. We're just adults now. All right. So it's like, give yourself that flexibility, give yourself sustainability. And that's how you're going to lose the weight and keep it off. Find balance in your diet plan and you will succeed without a doubt. All right. Was this good? Was this helpful? Brandon said, hashtag I need Halo Top. Brandon, I love that, boss. Dude, 100%. So send me a message in a DC Fit app and I will give you like the best flavors. Maybe you have your own best flavors, but dude, I love Halo Top. I'm going to crush one later today. I have one. So that's it. That is all I got. All right. Appreciate you so much for tuning in. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you tune in to the next episode. I appreciate your time, your energy, your attention, and everybody else. We are out of here. I'm going to close out this podcast. Much love. Talk to you soon. All right, DC Fitness Squad, what is up? Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to see some names. Brandon is here. We know that. He wants Halo Top. Brandon, much love, man. Ted is here. What is going on? I appreciate you, Ted. I'm just trying to see some other names here. I saw some Thomases, 2 Thomases. But yes, if you're tuning into these and giving me at least just 10 seconds of your time, I really do appreciate you. It does mean a lot. And we'll talk to you soon. All right, have a great freaking weekend, and we'll see you. Stay safe. Bye.